now I need people to join. Okay. Dices pam, pam, pam. Estoy grabando. Let people to join. Okay. What we have? Things to take into consideration. I have these two things because I want to speak about how this move was made by Spot, but Spot here sold a lot, and we have a lot of difference. Hola, Yayo. Between Spot CBD and Perp CBD, that is annoying me. So this type of move, okay, and then Spot dried up. Okay, so yeah. Let me see if people start joining. I will stream today early. It's 9 a.m. It's London Open. Let's see what's happening. We have here clearly from All Asia session from yesterday. All these limit orders protecting the 85,800 level. I know I don't care about limit orders, but yes, this is free and I like you try this. Kyoto is able to trade trading light. You have this and it's perfect. It gives you levels. You can contrast every level like this and it's pretty decent. Order flow. You have CBD for all exchanges. So yeah, it's nice. I've been using it also. So for now we have this. We also have been. We continue trading above this SFP from the 10th. So for now, until we continue, I'm gonna change this again. Let's see. This, I don't know why it's open like this. Default, none. Okay, so CBD, open interest, perfect. We've been building up so much open interest, so there's not been any nuke. If we zoom out like this, we've been curling up, same as curling up the price. So for now, same as delta, is being bullish. So let's see. And session delta, let's see how is session delta. I am analyzing from 0, guys. I'm also gonna put this in H4, how we are in H4. ¿Cómo estás, Yayo, tío? A ver hoy cómo van las reuniones de las 11. Incluso, ya que estás tú solo, le escribía a Atas para ver si me hacen un apoyo también. Les he dicho que estoy streamando todo siempre con Atas, que utilizo Atas, a ver si como es un... Atas no es tan grande y no tiene tanto impacto en YouTube y tal. A ver, o sea, en las redes como tal, como tener streamers que lo utilizan como por ejemplo Quantower o Ninja Trader, que es como lo utilizan siempre. Entonces a ver si me, no sé, si me regalan suscripciones o me regalan algo, ¿sabes? Entonces les he escrito por el esto. Voy a quitar el Big Trades porque no me interesa tanto. Me interesa más ver la estructura en 4 horas. Para mí estamos alcista, como dijo ayer el How It Say de John C. Macroestructuralmente estamos muy alcista de momento. Tenemos estos niveles para ver una posible reacción, que yo lo estaría viendo. Suena feo, y same with delta. It's been curling up from here. Ayer vi una cosa, ya yo. Hablaremos en... We're gonna speak English and Spanish. Vi esto, que buenísimo. Estuve ayer mirando las divergencias en lo que sería más que en open interest, divergencias en deltas, ¿sabes? Y saqué unas buenas imágenes que te las pasaré para que las estudies, pero es buenísimo, pero aquí te las explico. Tenemos aquí prácticamente, que es malo este low, que ahora lo veremos en TPO, pero tenemos aquí como, si lo pongo, lo extiendo desde aquí, esto no lo cuento, este low, o sea, esta mecha, pero lo verás aquí, ¿no? ¿Ves que aquí tenemos un low, ¿vale? Incluso en estos dos ya lo hace, ¿sabes? Que en plan, este punto es mucho más alto que este significa esta vela de aquí. Aquí hay exhaustion en buyers. Mira, te voy a enseñar una foto. A ver si lo tengo aquí. Mira, ¿ves? Cuando hay exhaustion en sellers, verás que el price hace, por ejemplo, un lower low, pero higher tal, o si no al revés, que hace un higher low, pero delta hace un lower low, que es que está viendo absorción, y esto lo puedes ver, y cuando pasan 4 horas es muy poderoso esto, ¿sabes? En plan, cuando tú lo ves aquí, que no ha sido tanto, bueno, aquí se extendió, pero en esta, mira como la extensión en esta es tan grande en esta. Espera, me estás hablando, no te estoy viendo. If you're talking, I am not. It's so extended. This is so interesting. I don't know why people are not joining to crypto chat. Le puedo decirle al Jay que el Jay me los trae. Entonces, tu volume profile. Vale, ahora lo miramos ya yo. ¿Qué quieres? Escríbemelo si quieres en castellano, que no te he entendido la pregunta. ¿Qué tipo de TPO usas tu volume profile? Porque volume profile es volumen y TPO es tiempo. Ya yo. Ahora volvemos a eso. Pero esto es interesante, que esto es muy bueno a la hora de los tops y los bottoms. Es tener el delta para ver qué está pasando, ¿vale? Para absorciones. Si nosotros planteamos esto como esto, tú verás que desde este punto al punto este, mira, ponemos una raya otra vez. We put a line from this point to this point. There being is higher and here is lower. But if we do another extension from point to point, we go from here to here. This is from here, from this candle to this candle. So you have this from here to here. This is the extremes of this delta. So here, there's been, I put the image again, lower, o sea, a price is done a higher low and delta is done a lower low. That means selling pressure is being absorbed. O sea, here limit orders are absorbing price, are not letting price go down, or market orders. But price is getting absorbed here. Cannot go. And if we go zoom, you will see, we see it in delta, okay, perfect, we see this in delta. We go zoom and we will see that prices here couldn't break through. So there was a lot of negative delta, 73k, 7k delta, but couldn't price go lower than this price. So that's absorption. So a lot of delta for our candle, a lot of negative delta in the candle, but they couldn't go lower and was absorbed by positive delta. Okay? So, yeah. That's the point. Let's pull up. Okay, so, well, that's the point I wanted to cover in 4 hours, that here we had a divergence in delta and hidden, but this is regular diffs. Sometimes you will have extended diffs and you will have another diffs that are more difficult to understand, but this one was an easy one. So for now, this also, then we move to TPO and we go back to TPO. This is session TPO. I'm gonna go out to normal TPO. And for now, this low was bad because you had one good low, but this one created a low without tail. So was a real weird distribution with a really big tail on this upper part. The BPOC was different to TPOC, and we didn't have any tail. Distribution also in volume profile was also bad. So you had tail, a really big distribution here without a volume tail. So that was the bad thing. That's why I'm concerned that this was a good low, but this was a bad low. So here in the 4-hour chart, we think that this one was had a really diff that was played out, but in principle for TPO and time basis, this is bad. But structural, when we see this type of structural, that's why I don't like this type of retest, because when you have this, for me, it's like equals, more or less equals. Look, like the difference in price is so little, so you have like less than $100 from low. So for me, I can see this like a bad low. Okay, so yes, this diff played out in CBD, but for TPO basis and volume profile basis, it's bad. So you have no tail. Usually should be clean, but it's also good for sure that they leave this and they go for another. They bounce off another level. They clean something that we have in the upper part, so they clean this 89k. They go for a 90k retest again, and then they can go and get and clean these lows. But for now, I am concerned that this low is bad. Okay, so yes, that is what I'm thinking now. I think in this low is not good enough. It's not good enough TPO based, because so many times spent here is bad. You need to have a level with that is being tap once and go. You know, this was a good low for me. This was a good low. It react, we retested, but now this, for me, these double bottoms, Delta had a div, yes, but yeah, this could play, and we could go to test this area of this 88k area, and if we start having this type of acceptation of price, yes, then I would long for targeting the 98k, 100k, whatever, no? But for me, this is a good resistant area. We deviated so many times when we tried and then nuked. So here is a good area, because if we had this nuke from this 88k, this is an area that will have resistance. For me, in order the big area to have acceptance is this area to have to see our prices. I'm not trying too long, and yeah, I would like to see, because here we're also seeing we're having a extended diff, Bula diff. This is being bullish, so yeah, I think that we could see this again, because cleaning this is something I really like. I don't like this type of double bottoms on 4 hours. They are not clean for me. Okay, also have a look how this is being playing out. So you see that in this upper move, this is a 5-minute chart. Here you saw spot going with CBD, but now then nuking. So, and this doesn't nuke the same as the CBD. So here we're holding with perps, because perps have a lot of limit orders here. You will see now. I'm gonna show you. You have this limit resting from yesterday. So yeah, this could easily go for this liquidity and then go. I always say that liquidity is something that you don't need to, doesn't need to be bullish. This can set here also like some limits that can set in other places and never get filled. So I'm not concerned about limit orders, because you see always limit orders are getting hit like walls. They get hit, they were waiting here and they get hit and they get destroyed. So I don't care limit orders. I always say that you need to see more market orders. Market orders move the price. Okay. Wait, I'm answering a... Okay, thanks for... So yeah, so that's what I'm thinking now. For now, we need to see if this delta pops out and then we start curling and closing under this level. For me, this level is an important level we break. And now if we hold, we could try to push price to this resistance. If not, also if we have any type of price action like this, we will go and clean these ones. So for now, I'm looking for that. I'm also concerned of this level. For me, structural men TPO based, I would like something to start getting acceptance. Let me see if you're talking, because okay. So yeah, I would like to see something. I would like to wait, but if I would like to see a level, remember that this TPO is not finished. This is session. So we have weekend. So here we have something to have a reaction and clean, because you see there's no tail. So yeah, but it's really near to this level. The level I like will be this one, but usually sometimes we don't get it. So we could have a good reaction to this value area low from the weekend, and from the beginning of the weekend. Is also a level to watch, because it's a round number, 822,800. Another good level you have here, this BPOC and TPOC naked, that they have been revised from Friday. Friday levels usually like to get retested on Mondays by CME. And then the other levels I was also watching, and I told you in my Twitter, that is this one that we have a single print, and is also reliable because it's the retest of the 80k level. Something can be like and then reclaim, and then we'll go higher. If we start trading below these levels, so closing, I always remember 30-minute candles, and we start seeing a price action that curls and then starts knife falling and doesn't recover and is going down, is closing down, I will not knife catch these levels, because like I said, we have these bad lows here so near. I need to see if this goes really sharp. I need to see acceptance in a price and telling me that this price is holding. So for me to hold, I remember that I need 30-minute candle closes. One arrives, one confirms that doesn't want to stay here, and the third one confirms that cannot go, and then that's your entry, no? So yeah, this type of price action is what I want to see on this level. So what we're waiting for a retest of a level that we are waiting, and then we're gonna see reaction, so in order to get a decision. Okay, for me this is the important. We have, for now, we have these levels to the upside. We don't have much from this SFP, that is the SFP that did and then nuked, that I was telling you, did this week. So we have this particular equal tops that could get clean. Also this value area high, I would stay looking to a possible reaction today. If we clean all this could get clean today. And also you have this value area high from 2 weeks ago. In the upper part, but I don't think that if we go for these prices, this could be the good resistance we were talking the other day. So here we will have, we need volume. We need volume, we need a catalyst, we need something that makes this go and don't reject and stay closing candles above the 89K level. We need candle closing above in order me to think this price is being accepted. If we pump without volume and ES doesn't make strength, this could easily reject here or reject in the 89K level. Okay, so this is the two possible scenarios that I think. For now, I see accumulation on this area. It's not a bad accumulation, so we start getting acceptance of these prices. The attack of the 89K level is more possible. And if London session or end of London and equities start to fall, then yes, we will see like some prices going lower. Okay, so that's what I have here for you guys. We are waiting these possible scenarios. We need for now we've seen a lot of absorption in these prices. Absorption can be absorption, but also can be accumulation. So it's not always has to be absorption in all ways, but if price absorbs but doesn't fall, for me it's more accumulation than absorption. Okay, prices it doesn't let now break, but could do this, reclaim and go and break this level. So we see this type of price action a lot these days. So let's go back to the charts. Let me see if I can move. No.
No me sale nada. O sea, eso que me ha dicho que me saldría algo, no hay nada. No sé dónde está.
Ah, okay. Now. Where is my chart? 30 minutes. No. Okay. Another thing to take in consideration that I use a lot. I use a lot of tick charts. This is a session, so here we started the day. Okay, so here we started at 2 a.m. my time. UTC plus 2 is like beginning of the daily candle. This chart always opens a VWAP for the day. So usually today is a flat day. So today is a flat day because you don't see any price action going like this. So in order to see what's happening, this is really pretty useful when we are in a trending day. When you are in a trending day, you will see that price likes to ride the upper band and continue in the upper band and continue, spike sometimes to VWAP and then reclaim and go, you know. There is your trading opportunities sometimes, but nowadays that we are trading flat, we are waiting. It's a Monday, it's a waiting day. This is not so useful because you see, well, it has like small bounces from the lower path deviation. It gets a little bit concerned in the VWAP. It rallies a little bit. It bounces on the upper band. Okay, it respects the upper band when it loses. So we have a loss of the upper band. We trade into the here. Also now VWAP is getting a resistance, and now we are consolidation on this. This is just volume based, so this will be useful sometimes, but not always, and more when these days are like flat. Okay, so that's another thing I use. Let's go back to 30-minute chart is what I like most. And for now London session is being boring. We don't have much. We have this try of collapse, but it couldn't go. So here is a perfect example you have here of a try to break a level. What I like to do sometimes in this type of price action in you to practice order flow is to mark your levels where they are stuck now and see what happened, and you can see really powerful SFP here. So here is a 30-minute candle. You see that volume from the other candles of the range 1, 2, 3, 4. It was 7k, 3k, 3k, 5k, 11k. So here they tried to get volume. We are in a session delta positive. That's what I'm talking all the time. We need to get a view of the daily delta is really important, not the cumulative this of everything you see. I want to see always the session. Session is get from the daily. So here we have a push to the upside, okay, into this range, okay, but here we find escape. What happened here? They tried heavily to long this and upset prices higher 85k level, and they couldn't. So these all are all market orders, but from a 1k delta here was absorbed, because you see 1k delta here, you see much volume than this one, but delta is not the same. Also, what happened here? A lot of open interest closing. So here it was a squeeze of all the shorts that were absorbing this price. They got wicked out, but then market orders and limit orders absorbed this price and didn't let this price continue. So that's and they let the POC upside. So that's a good indicator for you that this price for now is not being accepted, and now we are trading lower for now. So this type of analysis, when you see a range and you see a break of the range, you go and see the candle. If they let a lot of blue green delta in the top and they cannot break this price and consolidate above this area, this is being absorbed, absorption, and price could easily downtrend, and is what is happening. And then from this positive 1k delta, not continuation, next candle, this candle was a negative delta, first negative delta, then we have a continuation in negative delta, but you need to remember that session delta is still positive. So what I say always these days, I'm not fading delta. So session delta I'm not fading in, because sorry, I'm drinking a little bit of coffee. What happened these days is when you fade a lot of negative delta, sorry, you fade delta of the session, what happens most of the times, you get on a trade. I was talking with everybody the other day, and this happens a lot these days. You see that you wanna fade a move like here. Okay, you go in short. This is a change in delivery in delta, but the session delta was positive here. Okay, you see this break here, and you went in, but you are not zooming, and you say, okay, they clean this high with big positive delta here trapped. Okay, I'm going short. When they break this structure, yes, they break this structure, but if you zoom in, so zoom out, delta for the fully session was positive. So they tried and then they get it back in. So this is happening a lot. So now till we don't break this 4-hour trend, for me the session is bullish. So I will not fade this, and I will not fade this if I'm trading the a chart with a big TPs, okay, because it's happening a lot. So you need to have in consideration that for now we are bullish. So this could easily now try to fade this and go inside from this level, go inside this level, and practically trade like this, break, make you think that this is a break, then you go short, this could get, and then they could recover and get all these stops. And this has been happening a lot. We depend a lot of equities, we depend a lot in equities, so this is happening so much that we are seeing this type of price action, okay? So for now, today, Monday, that, let me see, news, okay, we have no red folders. We don't have red folders till Wednesday, okay? And yeah, Wednesday we had these men talking, so yeah. For now, these 2 days will be chill. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, We have some limit orders from the weekend holding up here. I think they are fading. They're trying to fade something like that for now. So yeah, I will wait. I'm waiting because I prefer to wait to clean these levels or to clean the levels I told you before here. For me now, what I think it will happen is we will have a reaction to this level from weekend. This one for me is the most important. I think we will not get it. I think price is consolidation here for attack these levels. But if we get this 82,800 level, Binance and, well, crypto in general like round numbers. I say it a lot. Round numbers are reacting so good. So once we get a sweep of a round number and we say acceptation, I'm giving a try always along. 1%. Yeah, always. So I like 82,800 and I like this VPOC and TPOC that are naked. Naked volume from Friday always is a good level to have in consideration. So now this type of naked, this level is really good because it's from Friday and has a value area round number also resting here. So if price decides to fall here, it will have like this type of sweep and go. I think this level is something, these two levels are really interesting to have in consideration for today. And in the upper part we would clean this and we could clean this. So yeah, it's the two things I'm waiting. In a Monday without any catalyst, I will wait because we need volatility. And for now, without volatility, if you get a decision now, with anything happen, when volatility spikes, you will get wiped out. So for now, you have to wait. It's important that you wait in order to get your decisions. So yes, mark these levels in the chart for you. Let me mark them. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna mark this level. Let me see, and I will put global. Global. And this other level.
Joel, the hourly 200 is now, the 200 EMA hourly is now also at 82,470.
470. It's the hourly 200 MEA, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also, I don't use them, but it's also something that 200 MEA, I know that is a good.
Yeah, it's in confluence with your VPOC.
Yeah, that's why this level, and it's from Friday excess. So CME likes to clean what happened on Friday. That's why if a big book like this one happens on Friday and have a continuation weekend, the two possible scenarios always played out. So we have this type of scenarios. CME that will consolidate. We'll accept this small gap that was cleaned, because you see this. They cleaned what happened, so if we close here, there's no gap. So CME could upset these prices and go and attack this value area high, or could also, with equities, fall without volume because we don't have any catalyst. There's no volume now in the market, and this low volume can drive prices like we see now. I'm gonna show you how spot is drying up. We could see these two levels being tested. And this VPOC and TPOC, like you say, with a 200 MEA, that I think is following like this, no? And you have it like here. So this could be also a possible scenario. Yeah, 470, no? 82, 470, 82, yeah. Yes, it's like here, no? Yeah, something like this, I think it can happen. Also, have in consideration that let me see. Well, I thought that box will go to my. Well, have in consideration these areas for today. Okay, so I'm gonna clean the chart this one, and I always have my charts on TPO because I like to see my charts like here, like this. Yes, but these two levels with that 200 MEA, that yes. Let me see. In the hourly, I don't know if this will change. This will be weird. I never use POC, but yes, there you have the POC in 1 hour. Yeah. 46, yeah, 81, like you said. Yeah, there's a good area. Excess, that's true. Okay, you have this area. Something is something to get in consideration that it could really don't see this now because it's the 30 minutes. But yes, it's a good area. These two areas to get in consideration. These ones, and in the upper part you have the value area high resting from this SFP. And then if you attack this value area high, and then you will be attacking 89k. But in order to break 89k, you need a volume catalyst. And for now, we don't have anyone till Wednesday. So for me, I will be really concerned if we start attacking today the upper part. I will be really concerned because we will attack without volume. So that for me is something that I don't really like. I like that the move is followed by volume and a catalyst that makes and breaks every resistance. So if we start pumping without volume, I would consider fading it if we start pumping today, you know? I think Wednesday is the day that will now. For now, I think a consolidation, any type of reaction to these levels that we are watching could be nice, these two levels. Also, something I don't really like is that if we knife like this, if we fall like a stone and we don't react to these levels, then I don't think these levels will hold because they are ugly. If these levels doesn't hold and this last level doesn't hold, I think we're going to attack these levels because this for me was ugly, and I think they will attack this if this doesn't hold. If these levels doesn't hold and this one doesn't hold and they go for this one, this will be cleaned. So yeah, in order to see what happened, we have to wait. Okay, guys, so this was a short stream because I have a meeting now in 1 hour. I wanted to have my perception of today, what I'm planning. I'm waiting for these levels, like XSL, also the 1 hour EMA is around here. I think these two levels have to hold something or give a reaction. If they don't give a reaction, I'm never gonna go in. So remember that in order to go in, we need 30 minutes close. So we need this type of move. Okay, when we have a level, in order to watch, we have to see that the price is failing to continue lower. We need to see this type of price action in order you to go long. When you see this type of price action and then you see so many wicks, then yes, once you see some type of volume, you see something going in, you see that's time, okay, then you can have your long entry. Okay, so in order to see this type of thing, you need to I think that trading, we get it complicated because this type of moves happen a lot. This was this morning, end of the weekend. I don't trade end of the weekend, but when you see this type of move that they tried with big delta, they cannot break this delta. Delta is positive. For me, was this is what I call a cheap long. Okay, and how fees are too big for us. I'm trying. Sometimes that price action doesn't happen when I'm awake, but I'm trying to get cheap longs. What I mean, you have this type of consolidation area that they couldn't. Big delta tried to break this level, and then any big delta could break this level. So you have this level as a good level. Once you see that this consolidation level breaks, like here, you have what I call a cheap trade. That's a cheap trade. Why the fuck goes like this? So 1 to 2, like I like, happens a lot. So here is what you call a cheap trade. So you see, I'm market or longing the consolidation area, and my invalidation is that they 1, 2, 3, 4, they never could break this level, and delta is being positive all the time. So you see only one negative delta. That's why it's so I'm so grateful to trade in ATAS, that you see one negative delta trying to break a level, and then the next following delta never gets to negative of the bar. And this is 30-minute candles, so you have time here. You see time spent. All Asia session couldn't break this. And when you are sitting here with your chart like this, and you mark your level because you saw this, you mark and again, and you say 1, 2, 3. So you've been here 1 hour waiting. You come back and they stay here. Once you see they trying to go up because down they couldn't, is for me is what I call a cheap trade. So I never limit. I always market order, and my invalidation is clear here. If they pump and then they can break this level, I'm out. But if this level is getting such support with so much positive delta, like curling from 1k here to 2k when I went in, this is a cheap trade, I call. And then this type of sessions, you have this type of, okay, they try, they bounce. And in the same coordination that this was getting bullish. So the macro structure from 10th of April was bullish. So if you are in consideration that all this CBD is going up, also like open interest is cooling up, and you are from here, you also think that if they cannot break here, this could easily pump up. So no, if you have to have more edge, no, and follow the trend. But here it gave you signs. It tried so many times this as a session to break this level, and this level is being accepted. So this give a try is a cheap trade. Okay, guys. So I'm taking this more in practice. Is what I call cheap trades. I do this type of trades also when I trade another thing that we cannot trade in Bitcoin, but I trade tested wicks on Nasdaq, and it's the same principle. When I see a move, I like a retest, and my trade is cheap. I'm waiting for a bounce. Here in Bitcoin, what I cannot do that because of fees. So what I like to see, so they attack a level with a big delta, but the delta didn't continue, and it's showing me that every time we are getting to this level, we get in rejection. And when you see that all the open interest is drying, so it doesn't falling like it did here, they starting to open contracts. So here what does meaning? They starting to open contracts. More than close. They starting to open. So all the shorts that were trying to break this level gonna get squeezed, and they got squeezed on this candle. Okay, so this happens a lot. You need to see a level that cannot break, and they change from a try in delta, they get absorbed, you wait absorption, and then you can try a reversal. But nowadays we cannot do this type of trading. That for me, I know Jonesy does, but we cannot trade like this. I would not trade and say, okay, I'm gonna wait for a 8R, because how much of you guys are getting round trip these days? This could be a perfect trade. Yes, this could easily run to a 7R, but how much of you these days are being trading and they get here to 4 hours and we get wrecked? A lot. So that's why I'm getting 1.8R, 2R maximum, and I'm quitting that trade. That trade is done. I get my money. I get my green. Okay. So I invite you to do this these days. Don't try to do big R's. This could play out perfectly, yes, because we can argue that from this little downtrend, we break a structure now, and this could easily be a break of structure, a retest, and now just go another high, and go to TP, yes, but we don't know. And this perfectly with this Monday without catalyst, without practically volume, 2K, 8K, nothing, we're having nothing of volume. This could easily dry up. You know? And then all the profits will be gone. So yeah, for now, I'm waiting. Opportunities for a 2 hours, you get them a lot. So guys, be concerned of that opportunities for a 2 hours you get a lot, okay? And try to see this type of absorptions. It's really easy. Now with all the streams I give you, mark your levels of interest and then look what is happening. We could look for absorption here also. You could look what is happening here also. You could look what is happening to open interest on this candle, delta, everything. So in order you to see what's happening, first I like to look delta, and I like to look what is happening. So here we have higher, sorry, this one and this one. I want to see extremes, what happened here and what happened here. So here delta is lower than here, so this is a regular normal. But then here what happened? We have more delta and buyer. So what we go again? We have this type of price action, but our, sorry, I'm gonna put it like this for you. I use this all the time, but you need to see that this acts as a stochastic. So this can be extended, doesn't have to play on the same time, but it's good in order you to see, okay? They can extend a diff, but also they can play it out. In 30 minutes, it plays out so much of the time. So you have here your extreme. You have here your extreme. And here your extreme. So this for me, no, sorry. This and this. Oh yeah, sorry. It's okay. This and this. Yes. Okay, so you have a lower high and a higher high in CBD. So what we see here, price going low, CBD going high, exhausted sellers, okay? Oh no, sorry, this one, price going higher, CBD going lower, exhausted buyers. So this is buyers getting exhaustion, so buyers cannot break this price, so this price is being defended. Then you go zoom in, you see the footprint, and you will see like big orders resting here, couldn't break, they break this one, but then they couldn't break, then big CBD went up, they retested these areas, and sellers came in again and nuke price, okay? But for now, you will see that price, CBD did this, so buyers got exhausted. They tried once, they did this type of drives, but when they get here, they got exhausted, so now they drying up in volume. CBD can tell you this type. CBD tells you here. And also open interest. They are not opening contracts here, they are closing. So longs took profit and shorts are not opening still because open interest is drying. Okay, so for now you have this price action, and that's a good analysis when you go for the tops or the bottoms. So here you see price got trapped, longs got trapped here, they tried to, but they couldn't, and then shorts are getting in control. For now, they created this stacked imbalance. This stacked imbalance got retested. You see, good retest. This is something also really powerful when you see a break of a level with a imbalance like this. I don't really trade them to the tick because I used to trade them to the tick on NQ and ES. They follow more, but I think if you like to trade them to the tick is something good. But for you, if you trade an imbalance and you wanna try to not fail, your invalidation should be near the imbalance. It's really tight. This type of trades are so risky because they could not play out. I will trade to the next stacked imbalance, and your invalidation should be see a reaction. So it's a 30-minute candle, eh? So you could do it like this perfectly. See a reaction to the stacked imbalance, and the next candle is being rejected, you go in. In order to be more safe, when you're trading this type of trading style, you trade a break of the candle that arrives to the zone. Okay? So then your invalidation could be the candle, because you don't want to see a retest, or you could be trading here because you think, okay, I'm going in, this candle could break their own high and then go. But for me, I want to be wrong fast, and I want to be right fast, so my invalidation should be the candle that arrived, body candle break is my entry, TP on the next stacked imbalance, and then you have here a ratio of 3R. That's a good trade also. And that's a continuation. This is like when people like to, this is like a fair value gap trade, but in volume. So in order to trade a fair value gap in time that here doesn't exist, because you see this doesn't make a fair value gap, but yes, in stacked imbalance. Here the value gap is being wicked, it's been clean, but here we created a stacked imbalance in volume, and you can see that stacked imbalance is pretty heavy. 12, 31, 100, 27, 26. This is when you create this stacked imbalance, usually is orders hitting so fast, or one order. So here is one player that push price so lower, and you have pretty negative delta the other candle. The other candle was pretty heavy too. You can see this side. So this side was pretty heavy, holding price, and here we created the stacked imbalance. So this, you can think that is going to be defended. That could be your trading idea, and it's a good play. I take this play sometimes, but remember always, in order you do not fail in crypto, don't do this on 1 minute or 5 minute candles, please. I use it also, and more of the times fail. For any flow trading in crypto, I've been testing everything, and 1 minute, 5 minute candles, they whip you out. Okay, so 30-minute candles are the best. If you mark this as a zone, get the same principle. I'm annoying you guys all the days I stream. This is a zone. You like this zone with this stacked imbalance. First candle arrive, next candle is your confirmation. When this candle arrives and the next candle goes out the zone, then you go in. Okay? This is the zone. First candle arrives, second candle goes out the zone, breaks the candle that arrived, that's your entry. Okay? You could practice this with your chart for the zone. Okay? You don't trade a limit order on an order block or on a zone. Never. So this works for you guys if you like to trade order flow with order blocks. If you mark your order block, sorry, you don't trade. So I don't know why people do this. I don't know who showed you this. So people limit order here, invalidation here, and pray. No, never. Stop that. Don't limit order a order block like this. This is full ICT videos, YouTube marketing shit. Nothing. Because this could play, but you don't know what's happening. So because if I can replay this, when this candle happen, you don't know if the next candle will reject here or will evaporate a order block. So never limit order a order block or a area. Just wait for the area. So if you like this order block or this level, wait the candle. So you see you have your order block, your zone. This is random, okay? This first candle arrives. Your short. Why happened this? Your short is this candle arrives. When this candle breaks, this is your short. And then your invalidation, you can say, okay, in the upper part of the order block, in the 50% of the zone, or in this candle. But never limit order a zone. Guys, that burned me so much. And I learned this on the bad way. And this will get you so many stop loss out. Because a zone, you never know if the zone is good till it's tapped. When it's tapped, you know if it's good. But this zone, you create this zone, and the zone goes, okay, you have a displacement. When it goes, this could easily go like this and break. So, in order you to have a good trade, guys, you should wait a candle confirming the zone is being tapped and is being respected. When this candle breaks their own body, I like bodies of the candle, that's your confirmation entry. People also like to trade the wick of the candle for confirmation entry. Okay? So, if you get this type of trades, for me are cheap. If you blind limit, you will get wrecked so many times. Okay? It's really important you try this in the future. So if you trade a zone, you wait one candle and then you go. And your entry should be body or wick of the candle to be safe. So if this was the zone, for me the more safe entry would be this. The first candle arrives the zone. When it breaks their own wick, the next candle, that's my confirmation entry. My stop is the candle that arrived the area, or my stop is the full wick, and then I'm targeting higher. I don't like this because for me, if we start trading on the zone, time on a zone means significates that it will fulfill the zone. Time spent on a zone is that it will fill the zone. If you don't spend time, means it's okay. If you spend time trading on a zone, it will fill the zone. Okay? That's something to get in your head. You want price to go away from your zone for your entry. When you see price going back to your zone and spending time on a zone, on a fair value gap, on an imbalance, on an area, on an order block, whatever is your point of interest, that means that that point of interest or area or whatever you looking will get fully filled. So you need price to go away from your zone. Okay? So pretty interesting what we're talking. I'm gonna wrap this stream now for you guys. So something to take in consideration is this type of trading. You can see that this works for everything, for order blocks, for areas, forever. Whatever you see, you can have all this confluence in order to see what's happening. And just practice all this type, okay? So peace and respect. Thank you for watching the stream. I'm gonna upload all what we talked today to YouTube, and I think I will be online in New York session if I can, and see you then, okay guys? Bye bye.